It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're going to see Travis Etienne. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Jags and the Bengals on Monday night.
With the winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up,
and off we go from Jacksonville.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. A short throw there to Strange.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville.
Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones.
And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
There he goes left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 and the 4.
60 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
On second down, here's Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on third down. Steps away to his left. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Burrow
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
And I think we always seem to be just a tad surprised when we see Joe Burrow go into the end zone on a running play. He's got so many weapons around him. He tends to distribute the ball and let them carry it across. But he had 5 rushing touchdowns in the regular season last year. Added another in the wild card win over Baltimore. I think he understands he's an extra dimension of their offense closer to the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Another tote for ETN.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 43. Jones will come now in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
This defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On first down, Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get...
Touchdown, Jaguars! Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jones hit in the ball zone. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Trenton Simpson
in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Burrow on play action.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Darius Williams in there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8. That's the end of the first quarter.
7-7, our score after 1.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go, here we go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
111 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Mixon is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
McPherson on for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
And they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Etienne up the middle.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here is 3rd down and 4. Lawrence will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, here's Bigsby.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here's Lawrence.
This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Bigsby will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
McManus's point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That is incomplete.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Mixon will get it to start the second half. Fighting through. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
133 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now it's Mixon running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Burrow will throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On second down, Burrow. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Third and goal, Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Again, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held to an okay game.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
24.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Hey, run! Here we go.
Lawrence. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Burrow looking to pass. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar save. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Open man is Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
All right, let's go.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Fancy footwork at the 45. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
That one too wide and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
They'll set up a screen for Bigsby.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hilton. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guy.
Touchdown, Bengals! Tyler Boyd, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Down by 2 touchdowns, 2:06 to play. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw.
Open man is Kirk, complete.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. But to throw again is Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They'd prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence.
And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Here's 1st and goal. Here's Lawrence.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them.